with John Ormandy of Ormandy's Train and Toy Museum, and I need to ask you, how did you get started with all this?
Well, actually, it was a gift, a Christmas gift. And I remember vaguely, so I was born in Hungary. And my dad was setting up the train on the Christmas tree at home, and I heard it running, and I knew I was getting a train. So that was way back when I was 5 years old.
20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years. I wish. So then, of course, Second World War came along, and we had to leave in a hurry because the Russians were coming, and we ended up in Germany. Of course, in Germany, we didn't have anything. We couldn't, especially trains, we couldn't afford trains. But on my way home from school, there was a small toy shop, by the way, in Ormandy. That's where they have the Passion Play. And I watched the train run around. And I don't know, a lot of times I got chewed out. But I said, where were you? How come you're so late coming home? So one of these days I figured, well, maybe I can afford a train. But 5 years later, we came to this country. So I came here in 1950. And of course, Marklin, which was the train, is kind of a rarity. In Germany, everybody knew what Marklin was. In this country, no. It was something So I had a small shop in 1958 that I was repairing automatic transmissions, and when I went to the bank, I always went past the toy store. And there in the window was a Marklin running. Mm. And of course I had to have it. So I bought that from the store, and that was the start. I started to collect Marklin, and since right now I think I have one of the largest collection of Marklin trains.
That's wonderful.
And that's, of course, you see this one room, that's all it is Marklin.
Great story.
So that was the beginning of the train.
Of all of this.
All of this. And I wish I could display all of it, but I'm restricted.
You told me that this is what percentage of your collection?
This is about 10%.
Oh my goodness, 10%, and you have no idea the scope of this until you come in and take a look at it.
Well, I have bicycles, and large airplanes, kiddie cars.
Pedal cars?
Pedal cars.
Oh, my.
And also a lot of airplanes, 150 airplanes.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Ormandy, tell me a little bit about your Toy and Train Museum. How long has it been here?
It's in 2001 is when we opened. We started at about a year earlier. It took us a year to get it to go. There were actually 4 of us that started the museum. It really started is one of the founders he retired from his job, and he had a lot of these trains, these brass locomotives that you see on the wall. He had it all displayed, and he had to move them. So since I own a farm, it ended up in my barn. Plus I had, of course, a lot of toys myself. So